but I'm just going to try and focus on one and hopefully some of the gist. Over the last 2 weeks, I'm guessing that a lot of you have watched it at the time I have, and after that there's been a conversation around what we mean by heroes, role models, people that inspire us. We used to think of a hero as a kind of, Superman, or someone that achieved something, someone that does something tangible. And kind of over the last 10 years or so, it's been more celebrity focused. Don't want to pick on Towie, don't actually watch it, but it's about celebrity. Kids now aspire to this more than actually doing something, more than actually having some kind of sense of achievement or artistic endeavour. And so it made me think about, well, how come Mr. Fuller here, who a fantastic engineer, if you look into the Eden project, you'll see the structures based on his work, Dymaxion car, fantastic thinker, how come he's not more famous and people like Towie are? How come, when you ask a 10 or 12-year-old kid who this is, they look at you blankly, they don't really know. Hopefully everyone here does. But he's given us so much and no one really knows who he is. So you're kind of thinking, okay, how can we make these people more popular? How can we make these people as popular as Towie? And then I thought, wow, like the Olympics, Mo Farah, 10,000 and 5,000 metre winner, he's had a direct correlation on these kids wanting to sign up and do sport. There's been he's been an inspiring figure, done something brilliant, and kids have wanted to follow it on. So how can we do that with engineering? Well, we have an example as well at the Olympics. Tim Berners-Lee, developer of this brilliant mass communication tool that I'm guessing the majority of people in this room benefit from in some way. They showcased him at the opening ceremony saying, this is a guy that's worth emulating, this is a guy that's brilliant. And now everyone knows, mostly everyone knows who he is. So you kind of think, okay, so how can we use that, combine that inspiration, that kind of platform to get people more interested in computing and technology? How can we get people to kind of think about becoming the next Lee Freed, the first female engineer on Wired, developer of Adafruit? How can we get people to kind of follow that through? And this is where I think, sorry for speaking 100 miles an hour, but this is where I think the FabLab comes in, because it becomes a physical space to inspire people. It becomes somewhere where you can actually come along and share ideas, get involved with technology and showcase that. And this is a physical space that we want to actually set up in Norwich. Why do we want to do that? We think there's some benefits, as well as inspiring people, we think there's some benefits for people to get involved. Firstly, you get access to some really cool tech. You may not have machines that go ping in your office or in your garage, but you might be able to come along to the workshop and play with 3D printers or play with CNC machines and get involved in learning how to use those things. There's going to be a talk on Raspberry Pi later on, but again, you can play with new toys, you can find it's a proper experimental hack space where you can come along, you can learn how things work, you can get involved in how it is, you can build a community around it, and it becomes a physical meeting place for us. So a community centre for technical people. You can share great ideas. One of the things that SyncNorwich at the first meeting said was, we want to bring people together so people who don't know anything about coding can work with people who do and create really good stuff, really neat stuff. And this is essentially what we want to do at the FabLab as well. And you get access to experts. Everyone in this room is pretty much an expert at something. I think someone alluded to it earlier on when they said that some of your projects you need to access expertise. Well, what about a place where you can go along and there's going to be someone there that knows roughly what you're after, what you're talking about? We want to have that there as well. But above everything else, it's about collaboration. It's about having people with different skills and capabilities to build around a project or product. If you were lucky enough to go to Hot Source and see the NFC hack recently, you'll have seen that people came together with lots of different skills, lots of different disciplines, and they created these kind of little genius bits of projects that came along. One of them, if you don't follow him already, at Andy Wi-Fi, Blue Butterfly NFC Wi-Fi connector is actually a functioning business now, brought together by collaboration, by people working together on cool stuff. So what do these look like? They've all got common DNA, but essentially they're a little bit different. So you've got a brew shop in New York, you've got other things that, there's basically a mobile one somewhere in California, I think that is. Ours will follow that pattern, but essentially it's still a bit of a heavy hit. It's a bit of a blank canvas at the minute. And we want a community to come together to help us find out what should go in it. We've got some ideas, obviously. It's going to have a workshop, it's going to have a collaborative space, but it's about making it sustainable. Is we need people to get involved, and that's where we're putting out this kind of call sign to you guys to come and get involved, because we've got people who want everything from a photographic studio to somewhere where they can make salami, but that may not be a sustainable model, so we want you to get involved to help shape what it could be. So I know there's probably loads of questions in there. I haven't had time to kind of only scratch the surface, but if you're interested, please go and follow us at SyncNorwich, and hopefully you'll have some questions for me in the next session. Thank you very much.